It's only a matter of time. That's what a local tree expert is now revealing about the chances of a tree falling on a busy road in St. Johns County.
It's the same road where this tree fell last month, knocking out power in the area and creating a traffic hazard to drivers who use this stretch of County Road 214. This tree fell in nearly the exact same spot as another one. That killed 3 people in 2009, 19-year-old Kayla Register and her best friend and her boyfriend, Quentin Gilliard. They died when Kayla was unable to avoid hitting the tree late at night along the dark road. Well, at 6, we brought you the story of Kayla's mother, determined to spread the word about this danger.
Now Jennifer Waugh is getting expert advice from an arborist who admits he's worried about what he found along County Road 214. Jen?
I'll tell you what, Mary, Rob, County Road 214, it's a popular road used by people who live west of 95 to drive towards St. Augustine. I want to show you where those 2 trees fell. It happened between Allen Neese Road just before 214 crosses over I-95. And if you keep driving east, to give you some point of reference, it hits then Holmes Boulevard, which is very popular in that area. Now, the last thing that anyone certainly thinks about when they're driving to work or school is a tree falling and hitting them. You know, back in 2004, this huge oak tree fell on a landscaping truck as they were driving in St. Johns County, but it happened along International Golf Parkway. 2 people in that truck were killed. And as we learned from a tree expert, there are many roads with these hidden dangers. And as you're about to see, he's worried about what we found.
That's horrible.
Why do you say that?
Because the whole tree is relying on this side of the root system to maintain its weight. And you already have this tree right here probably weighs in excess of 20,000 pounds.
Eddie Collin is a certified arborist with Tree Medic in St. Johns County. He is stunned by the condition of not 1, but 2 oak trees hanging over County Road 214.
If you look behind, you'll see the root flare has been cut very close to the trunk of the tree. If this was a tree on a property that I was working on, I would have condemned this tree at the time they cut this tree's root system this close to the tree.
He says far too often road crews brought in to create drainage cut the roots that are keeping trees from falling on passing cars. This oak and the one next to it are time bombs.
It makes it more dangerous every year because it's growing outward away from the trunk and making it more of a leverage to pull it over.
A frightening reality, since you can see just how many drivers use this section of County Road 214 near Holmes Boulevard. 3 miles from here, a huge tree killed 3 people nearly 4 years ago when it came down in the middle of the night. 3 cars hit it, including the one driven by 19-year-old Kayla Register. She and 2 others were killed.
My last words to her was, "Be careful, and I'm waiting up for you." She said, "I love you, Mom." And then the phone went dead.
A pain made deeper every time Catherine Jeffers drives down this road.
I don't like that road. If I had my choice, I would change the name to Devil's Highway because it's took so many people's lives, the trees, and no one's done anything about it.
This is leaning right over our heads, right towards the roadway, and would easily make it across the roadway.
This arborist says he's worried too, examining the trees where this tree just fell last month in the same spot where Kayla and her friends died.
You've got a very large dead pine tree easily within falling distance of the road.
So this one here you think is a danger?
That's definitely a danger. It's a dead tree.
Conlon says all these trees are growing in wetlands.
And when you walk on top of it, you'll feel almost sponge.
Which means their roots are already shallow, spread out to hold them up. But as you can see, the ground by the tree line has been dug out. The roots cut for drainage.
The arborist is saying that this tree in particular is dead.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to come down. Yep. I mean, do you agree, and what can we do?
I agree. There's some down the road here that's going to do the same thing. I have no doubt they're going to fall.
County Commissioner Ron Sanchez says he's had the county cut down trees in the past that he's seen hanging over the road. He drives 214 all the time. He says the problem is this is private property.
It's state law. You know, we can't just go on there and do anything we want.
Something you can do as county commissioner with some of these trees?
All I can do is talk to the property owner and get them to do something or okay us to do it. That's all the state laws will allow us to do.
And will you do that?
I will do that. Yeah, I sure will. And you know, we've tried to keep up with it, but this is a growing problem.
Commissioner Sanchez says that their records indicate Jefferson Smurfit, it's a paper product company, owns that property. Well, it turns out another company called Rock 10 now owns Jefferson Smurfit. Its headquarters are outside of Atlanta, and it sent us an email 45 minutes ago in response to our call yesterday. Here's what it says. It does appear that this is a parcel that was acquired by Rock 10 in the May 2011 acquisition. We are working to confirm ownership. We did not own the property 3 years ago, so are still in the process of verifying information about the accident you mentioned. If Rock 10 determines the property is ours, we will have our forestry team inspect the property and take actions deemed appropriate to ensure safety issues are addressed.